Hello everyone, welcome to Mathtics. You can be a part of this platform by visiting www.mathtics.org. Dear students, you can discuss your math problem my level best to make your concepts clear. Let's start our today's lecture. Today we are going to study about the Pythagoras theorem and the basic trigonometric ratios. Here you can see this triangle. So I will first tell you the Pythagoras theorem, its formula. If this is the right angle triangle, here you can see this right angle 90 degree and there is another angle which is alpha. I just took this angle arbitrarily. Opposite to this angle there is the opposite side. Hypotenuse is opposite to the right angle and then the other remaining side is adjacent. So if this is the situation, we have these three sides, then according to the statement of the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square will be equals to the square of the other two sides, like opposite square plus adjacent square. This is the statement of Pythagoras theorem, or you can say the formula. And another thing is that this formula is only applicable on the right angle triangle. So this is important point that you need to know, that Pythagoras theorem is applicable on the right angle triangle. So let's apply this formula and the technique on multiple questions and try to know how can we find the unknown side by using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so question number 1 is, find the length of the side marked as x in the diagram. So here you can see that there are basically two triangles given. One is this and the second one is this. So in the first triangle we can see that there is the side x, this x, and then there is the side y. So only one side is known, which is 2 cm long. So x and y both are two unknown sides. And then in the second triangle we have two known side and one unknown side, which is y. So it's better if we first choose second triangle, we solve it for the third side, we calculate y, and then with the help of that y we can find the value of the x. So in the second diagram we have this hypotenuse, which is y. So y square, according to the statement of the Pythagoras theorem, y square will be equals to other two sides square and the sum. So 4 square plus 4 square. So we need to simplify. 4 square is basically 16 and 16 plus 16 will be equals to 32. Now we need to find y. We don't need to know the value of the y square. So let's take the square root on both sides. So square root of y square will be just y. Y equals to square root of 32, which is 4 square root 2. So that means the answer of the y is 4 square root 2. We can consider it as the final answer. Let's also show this value on the triangle. So this y is equal to 4 square root 2. Now you can see in the first triangle we have two known sides. One is 2 cm, which is DC side, and AC side is 4 square root 2. Students, if you want, you can also write the answer in decimal form. There is no issue. But I just kept it in the square root form. There is no issue, absolutely fine. So now I am going to make equation according to the Pythagoras theorem of this first triangle. In the first triangle, hypotenuse is x. So x square will be equals to 2 square plus 4 square root 2 whole square. X square will be equals to 2 square is 4, and the square of the 4 square root 2, that will be equals to, we need to apply square separately on 4, that would give us 16, and square on square root 2 will be just 2. We can just write it over there. So this whole thing is going to be 16 times 2, that is 32. 32 plus 4 is 36. So far we have got x square is equal 36. Again we don't want square, we just want the value of the x, and for that we need to apply square root on both sides. Square root of x square will be just x, and square root of 36 will be equals to 6. So final answer of the x is 6. That's the final answer. We calculated y because y was required to calculate x. Our main target was x, that's why. Okay students, so there is the second question over there. This is question number 2 and this is question number 3. We will just do one part in the class, like any one of these in the class, and remaining question will be your practice problem. You need to do a lot of practice, so do it. Okay, I think it's better if we do question 3 in the class, and we can keep this question number 2 for your practice problem. So this is your practice problem. Don't forget that you need to show me your working of this question in the next class, right? So in question number 3, there is ABC and BCD are right angle triangles. Find the length of AB. This x again. Okay, so we need to find it. Our main target is x, and for this x we need this side, and we also need BC side, which we can just say this is y. Y has to be calculated to find the x. So let's first do the working for y. If we need to do the working for y, we need to consider this triangle 1. Let's say this is triangle 2. So if we consider triangle 1, you can see that this is the hypotenuse side, which is 19. So hypotenuse square mean 19 square will be equals to y square plus 13 square. So 19 square minus 13 square will be equals to y square. This is not essential that always hypotenuse is unknown and we need to find other side. We can have any side unknown and we need to calculate it. Okay, and then we need to calculate 19 square minus 13 square, that would be equals to 192. So this 192 is equal to y square. Let's take the square root again to get the final answer of the y, and after taking the square root, y would be equals to, this should not be y, so y will be equals to 8 times square root 3. That's the answer of the y. But our target was not y. Y is just calculated to find x. Okay, so let's try to write this answer of the y over here. Y is equal to 8 times square root 3. Now let's consider this second triangle. In this triangle, the situation is that y is the hypotenuse, so that means 8 square root 3 whole square according to the Pythagoras theorem, that will be equals to x square plus 5 square, and then square of this whole thing 8 and times square root 3 whole square will be equals to 192. This is equal to x square plus 25. So 192 minus 25 will be equals to x square. Let's find the final answer. 192 minus 25 is 167. We need to take the square root again. Square root of this answer would be 167. So we can write it in the decimal form, which is approximately 12.9. That's the answer of that, and we need to consider its positive value because length is always positive. So we can just highlight the final answer. This was the main target that we just calculated. We obtained its value 12.9. That's the final answer. Okay, my dear students, I hope you are getting the concepts of Pythagoras theorem. Then there is another thing that we need to discuss today, which is basic trigonometric ratio. So let's move towards that topic now. So here you can see some questions, but before solving these questions, I need to give you an idea. So let's make the triangle on this side. So I made this triangle over here, and opposite to this right angle there is the hypotenuse. This is the angle alpha, let's say, or any angle opposite to that alpha, there will be the opposite side and the remaining side is adjacent. So we have three basic trigonometric ratios. Sine of the angle alpha will be equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Cos of angle alpha will be equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. And then there is tan alpha, that will be equals to opposite over adjacent. So my dear students, these three basic trigonometric ratios are according to the angle alpha. But if we change the angle, then their answer of the ratio like sine, cos and tan will also be changed, little bit change. Okay, so let's do the questions. Here is the question. which is in a triangle OPQ. You can see this triangle is given. This is right angle at P, means to say right angle is at P. OQ side, this is the OQ side, which is equal to 16 inches, and PQ is equal to 8 inches. This is 8 inches. And find angle O and angle Q. We have to find this angle and we have to find this angle. Okay. So we need to find these angles, and our main target that is given. Let's see. Opposite to the 90 degree, there is the hypotenuse side. This is hypotenuse. When we consider angle Q, for the angle Q, we are first going to consider angle Q. Let me just write it, because this is very important thing. When we change the angle, this side will be changed. If we are considering angle Q, that means this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent. Okay. So now for the angle Q, we don't have opposite side, but for the angle Q we have adjacent and we have hypotenuse, so we can consider cos. Cos of angle Q will be equals to adjacent, which is 8, divided by hypotenuse, which is 16. That means Q angle, this is angle Q, that will be equals to cos inverse of 8 over 16. So my dear students, at this point, when you need to do cos inverse of any fraction, be carefully do it and make sure that your calculator is in the degree measures, because answer should be in the degree. So angle Q will be equals to 60 degrees. Okay. Now we need to calculate this angle O. Okay. So when we need to calculate this angle O, this adjacent and this opposite side will be changed. Our concerned angle is angle O. That means this is the opposite side now and this is the adjacent. Okay. So angle O. Let's do it. Angle O. Let's see how can we do this angle O. So for the angle O, its opposite side is given and hypotenuse is given. So that means sine is the best option. You can see opposite over hypotenuse in the formula. So angle O, like sine of angle O, is equal to opposite, which is 8. Opposite is 8 divided by hypotenuse is 16. So that means angle O will be equals to sine inverse. When we bring this sine on the other side, there will be the inverse on it. So sine inverse of 8 over 16. So let's see what is the answer. I am putting it in the calculator, but before that I just need to confirm that my calculator is in the degrees. So this angle is 30 degrees. This is 30 degrees. This is how we can apply basic trigonometric ratio to find the answer of any unknown angle. We can also find the side. Let's see what is in the next question. It says find x and y, round sides to the nearest 10,000 and angles to the nearest degrees. Okay. Here is the first question where we have two unknown sides, x and y. But we have this 90 degree angle, right angle given, and then there is another angle also given. So if we take this right angle, opposite to the right angle, there is the hypotenuse side. Okay. If our concerned angle is this 70, that means this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent. Okay. So now when we need to calculate this hypotenuse, let's say we need to first calculate hypotenuse, we have to find x. Okay. So we can consider one known side, which is adjacent, and we consider this unknown side, like one known and one unknown side. Their ratio will be adjacent over hypotenuse, which is actually cos. So cos of 70 degree, because concerned angle is 70, cos of 70 degree will be equals to adjacent, which is 36 degree, divided by hypotenuse, which is x. Be carefully do this thing. Okay. So let's rearrange the whole expression for x. X will be equals to 36 over cos of 70 degrees. So again we need to use the calculator at this position, but before using it we need to make sure that it is in the degrees. So x will be equals to 105. 105 if I round it off, approximately 105. Okay, this is how we can find x. And for the similar question, if we have to find y, which is actually opposite side, adjacent is given, so ratio of opposite over adjacent you can see from the formula, this is tan. So let's take the tan and let's try to write everything. So tan of 70 degrees will be equals to opposite, which is y, divided by this adjacent, which is 36. So y equals to 36 divided by tan of 70 degrees. Okay, so put it in the calculator. 36 over tan of 70 degrees, that is going to be 13. This is going to be 13, but after rounding it off, approximately 13. So x is 105 and y is 13. These two are the unknown side. This is how we can do it. And my dear students, next question, this is your practice problem, because this is just like the first question that we did today. And there is another problem. You can see the diagram above shows triangle PQ are not drawn to scale. PQ side is 20 and angle QPR is 30 degree. QS is perpendicular to BR. SR is 9 centimeter and angle SQR is x degree. Calculate the length of QS, which is this side. We have to do the size of the angle S to the nearest degree. My dear students, this is exactly the same thing that you need to do. Don't get panic after looking at the two triangles that are given in the same question. Actually, you need to consider these two triangles separately, and you will choose first triangle which is having the maximum information given, and then later on the one which is having the less information given. So my dear students, this question is for your practice. You will do it and you will show me your working in the next class. I want to see your understanding. You will apply your concepts on this question and you will show me. Okay, so try to do a lot of practice. This is the only key that you can apply and get the good grades. This is the only option that you can adopt. So my dear students, if I am successful in explaining you this topic, then subscribe this channel. I will come back with another short video. Don't forget to book your slot. Thanks for your time. All the best and have a good day.